Looking back on it now, a lot of my favorite games of all time were once games I thought I wouldn't be into much. They either caught me off guard with their stories or their characters, and through them they cemented their way into my heart. Everhood is a completely different story, however. I went into this game with very high expectations by comparison, with it being a rhythm-based RPG adventure game reminiscent of a lot of my all-time favorites. It seemed like a perfect fit for me, so maybe unfairly even, I expected a lot from it. Despite that, however, I'd say it met most of my expectations, but maybe not in the way I imagined it would. First thing I have to touch on though really has to be the combat, because it is simply incredible. I want to imagine playing Guitar Hero, but your character is on the track trying to dodge the notes instead of hitting them. It gets really intense too as you progress a little through the game, as you're forced to swerve back and forth between riffs and jump over bass lines. Additionally, every single enemy in the game has a unique song for their respective battle, with music ranging across a variety of musical styles. It's fun, fast-paced, and on higher difficulty, a heart-pounding experience. And while the base mechanics are simple, the game throws a lot of curveballs at you, like forced perspective changes and mirrored controls, or just making things weird. Outside of the combat though, the game is permeated with heavy themes of mortality. You see, the story of Everhood is about the plights of those who cannot die. Anyone who steps into this world is cursed to live forever. So the entire world is populated with a cast of characters who have all been alive for eons. I actually really like the denizens of Everhood, but all of them except for a few feel sorta hollow. They've achieved their goals 1,000 times over and are now just wandering around, finding ways to pass the time. They don't have motivations or anything, just stagnating. You, however, are different. You actually have a goal: to get back the arm that was stolen from you and heroically dodge the attacks of anyone in your way. And that's sort of the game in the beginning. Progressing through the world, dancing against your friends, playing D&D. The world might be depressing, but everything's still pretty fun. And then you get your arm back, and everything changes. With your arm returned, you gain the power to kill immortal beings, and with it the responsibility to end the suffering of everyone stuck in this world, as you are pressured to systematically hunt down and kill everyone you've ever met, for their own good. I found this reminiscent of the genocide route in Undertale, however with the roles reversed. You're led to believe that this is the morally good path and that you are doing the denizens a favor. But that can be hard to believe as the friends you've made curse your name with their dying breath. I constantly wondered if this was really the right thing to do, but I pressed on, slowly snuffing out all the life left in the world until there's nothing left but the sun and the sky. And with one last battle that tests all of your abilities you've gained so far, you reach the end of the game, where all of your friends are waiting for you, grateful for your actions and ready to start a new life somewhere else. After one last dance battle, of course. And this one is particularly special as it combines the music motifs and attack patterns of most of the game's battles, and it's just all around an amazing send-off. I initially bought Everhood for the combat, but was kept by the characters, the themes, and the music. This game is haunted by a dark atmosphere and heavy choices that is nicely contrasted by the weird and wonderful dance battles and minigames. Everhood is the epitome of a cult classic and so far is my favorite game of the year. Anyways, thanks for watching, and be sure to drop a comment about the game or the video. I always love reading through them.